legal documents concerning allegations against Prince Andrew have been acknowledged by UK courts. Virginia Giuffre has launched a civil case against Prince Andrew in New York and claims the Duke sexually assaulted her 3 times. The Duke of York denies all the allegations. A letter has reportedly emerged from the UK's Home Courts Tribunal Service, with the heading Re. Service of Foreign Process on Prince Andrew, Duke of York. The letter from a court official is dated October 1 and says the Senior Master of the Senior Courts of England and Wales, Queen's Bench Division cordially encloses the certificate of service in this matter, Sky News reports. The letter also has a document with the header, Virginia L. Giuffre v. Prince Andrew Duke of York. It says the purpose is to inform the defendant of claims against him in the Southern District of New York and demand his response and appearance. The document adds the purpose of proceedings is to bring claims against the defendant for battery and intentional infliction of emotional distress for an amount to be determined by a jury at trial. In a separate document, it said legal papers were delivered to Prince Andrew's Royal Lodge address in Windsor. The issue of whether or not Andrew, 61, had been notified about the civil case in New York, known as Service of Proceedings, was contested during the first pre-trial hearing last month. Prince Andrew's U.S. lawyers later accepted the Duke had been served with legal papers following a ruling by a U.S. judge. Court documents show lawyers for both sides spoke on September 21 and the time for the Duke to respond was extended. Andrew's response must now be filed to a court in New York by October 29. Giuffre, previously known as Virginia Roberts, was an accuser of the billionaire sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, who died in prison in 2019. Giuffre, now 38 years old, alleges she was sexually assaulted by Prince Andrew when she was 17 at the London home of Mr. Epstein's ex-girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell. She also claims Andrew sexually abused her at Mr. Epstein's mansion in Manhattan, and on Mr. Epstein's private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands. The Duke of York has denied all the allegations. Earlier this month, U.S. District Judge Loretta Preska granted Andrew's lawyers permission to examine a confidential 2009 agreement between Mr. Epstein and Giuffre, which the Duke's legal team hope will nullify the civil case. During the first pre-trial hearing of the case in September, the Duke's lawyer, Andrew Brettler, said, "There has been a settlement agreement that the plaintiff has entered into in a prior action that releases the Duke and others from any and all potential liability." Giuffre's lawyer David Boies claimed the document was irrelevant.